Welcome back to the Yoga Essence Institute for this nice, relaxing yin class. So all you probably need is just cushions if you have better ones. That's good. Or if you have yoga blocks, again. So we'll just start in comfortable butterfly pose, and I'll dim the lights, which you, I hope, have done already at home. Maybe making a bit of a nice atmosphere. You might even be burning some incense. I've shared a Spotify playlist on my Facebook profile, if that's of interest, if you have Spotify. But that said, the yin practice is just a very easy, relaxing, quite meditative practice. So maybe just no music is also good. Of course, if you want to play music, you can play music if you find this helps you. But I think we have so many distractions all of the time that unless you really have a problem with yourself, you hate yourself so much that you need the distraction. It is actually a very good practice, and I encourage you to try that, to just half an hour, not much, be with yourself. Just really be with yourself. Feel that body stretching. So if you're not too flexible, you want to have your feet a little bit further forward. If you are quite flexible, you can bring your feet a little bit closer to your groin. You can use cushions or blocks if you feel the stretch is a bit too intense on the inside of the legs. And all you want to do here to start off with is just relax, let the head drop, let the head be heavy. If you find it really too hard to, again, be with yourself with the eyes closed and really internalize, you can maybe do a little visualization. Just imagine that your soles are like a book, and you can open the sole of your feet and just maybe review your day. It's something. Or if you're more into the future, see what comes up, whether you're more in the past, in the future. Ideally, over time, with your practice, you will come to this very present moment with your own breath, which is a bit more of the idea of the yin practice being a meditative practice. And just really relaxing completely. You might be able to relax your forearms to the floor, maybe using a block, another cushion to relax the forehead, so that you can really soften, and we'll be there just a few minutes for the start of the practice, just so that you can start to really feel the breath and arrive fully in your space, in your body, and using the breath to allow you to really arrive fully into your whole body. The whole body. As you feel the different parts of your body being stretched or pressured, activated. So you might be feeling it in the feet, inside of the legs, maybe noticing the anchoring of your sit bones into the earth, the soft stretch into your backside. Maybe a gentle compression into the front of the body. Shoulders and head nice and heavy. Taking a few more minutes to maybe even feel the quality of your breath, its texture, inhaling the energy of the room in which you are practicing. So see if you can sort of really just activate this sensory perception throughout the nose. As your breath comes in, you might notice some scents inherent to your own home or just this room, something particular, the warmth or coolness, whether it's humid or dry. Just that general energy. And as you continue breathing in through the nostrils and out the nostrils, relaxing further, just settle in, be comfortable with this energy that you can feel. Just making friends with energies. As this pose starts to really activate what we call the Jing, the energy that resides in the lower back. And then very slowly, on your next inhale, there's no rush. You can start to come up. You can bring your hands behind you just so that you can lean back and you start to unwind your legs. You can bring your feet mat distance apart. Maybe just taking a couple of gentle windshield wipers as you exhale, both knees out one way. Inhaling to center, exhaling out the other way, just really nice and relaxed. Slow movement, releasing any pressure into your hips. And then coming back to center, you're going to come on your all fours. So we're going to be doing a bit of work on maybe a bit more so the upper body. But hips are still going to be worked out. So knees are hip width distance apart, and you're going to try to keep your hips right above your knees as much as possible. And you can start to stretch your hands, arms forward, walking your hands forward very slowly again, trying to pay attention that your hips are not either coming forward or going back. So this is different from a child's pose. What we're aiming at doing with reaching forward with your hands is to bring your armpits, your chest towards the floor. So this is where maybe for some people some cushions might come handy, cushions or block if you feel that the floor is way too far, this is too uncomfortable. See if you can prop up under your chest so that you can rest nice and easy. You might want to start with your forehead on the floor, which is much easier. Or if you are very flexible, you can already go with your chin on the floor, or just keep that for a little bit later. See if you can keep your arms forward stretched. So the more your arms are stretched, the more you're going to feel it into your shoulders, under the armpits, the side, the chest. And you stay there just for a few minutes. So we're not going to be too long in this one. So we continue activating the jing. So nice arch into your lower spine, trying to stretch also into the chest, the shoulders. So we're working on the heart and lung meridians. And see if you can come back to your breath to find, as much as possible, a place of ease. So we're just setting up for our next pose, just to get a bit of a stretch, an understanding of what we'll be doing. Again, making sure that your hips are right above your knees. The spine starts to arch. So you want to relax into the back of your heart. So very slowly you can start to come up, walking your hands back and just stretch into a child's pose. Toes to touch. You can bring your knees as wide as the mat. Resting your chest between your knees, again, as close as possible as you can to the floor, forehead onto the floor. Just letting the lower back relax for a moment before we move into our next pose. Just a little rebound, as some people call it, rebound pose, to come out from the pose that we've just been doing a bit strong and feel the release. And then we'll set up again in the same pose, so coming back onto your all fours. We're going to add a twist to it. Usually the twist gives a bit of a smile. So you can slightly walk your left hand forward, so you're kind of ready almost into it. You can inhale your right arm up, just nice and easy. And as you exhale, you thread your right arm under your left armpit, and you want to really reach out towards the left, so that you bring almost your right armpit under your left armpit, and you can relax your right shoulder on the floor. So see if you can get into pretty much the same alignment that we had before, hips right above your knees, and not as much, but little arch into your spine. So you can start with your left fingertips nice and strong, so that you get maybe a bit more into twist. From there, once you've got your right shoulder, right ear nice and relaxed, either you can stretch your left arm forward, or if you want to go a little bit further, maybe you can get hold of your right thigh, or maybe just simply bring your left hand into your small back. And again, see if you can find a nice, relaxing,
comfortable pose here, just working with the breath. So again, we won't be in this one for too long. It's not a very, very relaxing yin pose per se, as sometimes the pressure on maybe the knees or trying to keep the balance in this pose is not so relaxing, but we get to work on the shoulders, the heart, often in shoulders we have a lot of tension, especially if you do any computer work or desk job. And then slowly you can release, so you can bring your left fingertips in front of your face so that you push back up. And you can take maybe a few cat and cows from here, where you inhale, arching into your spine, and exhale, round into your spine, just to sort of bring the spine back to neutral position. Still working a bit of energy, but moving really nice and slow. Again, this is a yin practice. Ideally, it's quite relaxing. Coming back to center, again, moving your right hand slightly forward. Inhaling, left arm up. And then as you exhale, again, you reach out towards the right as much as possible so that you bring your left armpit almost under your right armpit. Relax your left shoulder, ear onto the floor. Again, slight arch into your back. Getting into your variation for your arms, so either straight forward. So if you've been doing the Power Flow class with us, maybe sweating a bit, you might not want to do that, but maybe just keep your right hand into your small back so that you don't get disturbed by other smells than the ones in your room. Unless you are really, really comfortable with yourself. And you just stay there for a few breaths, a few moments of deep relaxation. Very slowly, when you're ready, you can start to unwind. Right fingertips on the floor, coming up. And you can just bring your left knee forward and opening your left foot out to the right, placing your right knee behind and sitting back. If this is too much, just extend your bottom leg. So we're going for shoelace. If this is still maybe a little bit too much, or either way, either with your legs straight or both legs in Gomukhasana, you might use something under your hips to slightly elevate your hips. So ideally, you have both knees on top of each other and your legs are sort of quite out so that you're not sitting onto your seat bones. So as you can see my heel here, so I'm not sitting on my heel, and ideally the seat bones are on the floor or prop, but either way parallel to the floor. And there's a few options that you can take here if you feel this is quite enough. Maybe just resting your hands on your knee, spine straight, or if you feel you can go further, you can take Garudasana arms with your left arm under, palms together, but I recommend maybe just full Gomukhasana. So you'd want to bring your left hand behind into your lower back, inhaling your right arm up, bending into your right elbow. You place your right hand between your shoulder blades and see if you can really reach down between your shoulder blades, and left hand goes up to reach between your shoulder blades. If you can't get hold of your fingers or wrists, I recommend just grabbing onto your t-shirt. So I don't really like using the straps. A lot of people are gonna give you more things. That's why also I'm quite happy not to use too many props, because I think we have too many things in life, and yoga is actually about shredding the layers, just trying to let go of all that we don't need. All we need is really the breath to come back to our true nature. So all you need is a space where to practice. And once you found a bit of tranquility, I get there, you can just maybe even soften a bit further. So maybe with your spine nice and straight as much as possible, you can soften over your leg, but trying to keep your sit bones in contact with the floor. Now, obviously, if you have too much discomfort to the point of pain, it's not so good, so you might just want to back off. But finding a little bit of discomfort, so just pushing your limits of your comfort zone, is how you really grow. Feel, tickle a few little things, being in the body, be it the emotions. You might start to notice how you react to the sensations, which often shows how you react to some events in life or people, and just try to sit with this. For a few more breaths. Nice and slow, you can inhale to come up, slowly letting go of your fingers, t-shirt. Maybe again you can lean back on your hands to unwind the legs, and you can either stretch your legs forward, maybe
just give a bit of a shake, or also you have the option to go for another windshield wipers if that's something that feels good with you. Releasing the hips. And then when you're ready, we'll take the other side, so you can extend your right leg, crossing your left leg over. So again, you want to bring your foot out to the side, staying with your legs straight, or maybe, sorry, I'm getting into the other side. So extending your left leg, crossing your right leg over, and maybe going further, bending into your left leg. Again, you want to get your knees together. If you need, maybe you can come forward. I quite like to come forward so that you can place your right knee right in front of the left, and then gently sit back again, making sure that both feet are out, not sitting on your heels. Right hand into your small back. Inhale, left arm up. Again, getting hold of your fingers, or maybe just t-shirt. Both hips are in contact with the floor. And then very slowly, you can start to come down if that's available within your practice. And see if you can find a place of comfort on your right thigh. See if you can continue to lengthen into the spine every inhale, and try to soften, be with the sensations every exhale, knowing that every sensations, whether you judge them good or bad, will eventually pass. Whenever you feel ready, slowly you can start to inhale, coming up, unwinding the arms, the legs,
and you just want to relax completely on your back. Shavasana. Nice and comfortable. Maybe just taking one last little pause if you feel you need some release into your hips. Maybe just happy baby, relaxing the lower back, the hips. Maybe gently swaying from one side to the other. Any movement that feels good before you find your final relaxing Shavasana. Letting go completely of everything. Any physical disturbance. Letting go of the breath. Any mental activity. Just let go completely. If you are practicing at home and feel that you just want a longer Shavasana to relax completely, you're most welcome to switch off the recording and go on for as long as you want. Maybe a strong suggestion is to put one of my Yoga Nidra videos or recording that you can find on my YouTube channel, Yoga Essence Institute. And I hope you enjoyed this yin class, short and sweet, which you can practice as many times as you want. Again, followed by Yoga Nidra is a great combo. Nice, relaxing in the evening. So if you're just here for the yin, relax into your Shavasana, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Hari Om.